What up, what up, what up? This your boy Oshin. This is Oshins'View, the podcast. I'm here. Little brother Devin Epps is on the boards today.
Yeah.
Because 40%, he has something else to do. Yeah, he's down to 40. He's back to 40%. He did something off camera that I didn't like. Homeboy Willie Negro, he in the building.
What up, what up?
And this is a throwback. Real dear friend of mine, Miss Irish, came all the way from D.C. to show us some love. And me and I had a long conversation this week. And that's what made me be like, you know what? I need to get you back on. She's good for the optics. And she actually has something to say. So,
Hello.
Good. So, how everybody week was so far?
So far?
Yeah.
So good. Worked. Gonna work tonight after this. That's what my week been like, work.
Real quiet. Huh? What about you, Negro?
Mine was cool, My daughter, this little boy invited her to a party, I took her to the little party with this little boy, man. It's weird having a daughter that's growing up, man. She 14, and it's weird. So my weekend consists of, daddy being the cool dad, but I'm not liking it. It's crazy. It's crazy. I be, I know the little nigga, so, he cool. He, hey, man, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is.
They gotta grow up.
Nah, fuck that.
First of all, I'm someone's daughter.
Yeah.
So, we gonna grow up.
Nah, my week was cool. School is almost out. Just preparing for the next school year and everything. Summertime coming up, birthday parties and all that. So everything's been cool. Things been moving kind of in an upward motion. I try to keep real positive energy around and stuff. Every now and then, little negative creeps into your mind a little bit. Start thinking about things you could do. The thing that kind of had me bothered a little bit, I was going to go up to a white university because I needed some technical stuff that I had to do. And I was like, I went to Morgan. It's a black university. I should be able to go up there. But it's like, I done ran into some speed bumps with our people. So I was like, fine. But the thing about it is, I spoke to somebody else who was of our community, and they were able to help me with the issue. So we'll get everything straight from there. So that's how the week went and everything. Besides all the craziness and madness that's been going on social media, this Lori Harvey chick and my man Michael B. Jordan, just all kind of things going on. But the first thing I want to talk about, I saw this thing on, I think it was on Facebook. I guess it was like a guy, he was trying to get a date or something, and it was look like a panel, but it was all virtual. Two women, and this guy. I think this guy, he was 27 years old. He was a neurophysicist, something like that. Neurophysicist.
A nuclear physicist.
Even worse. He was a nuclear physicist. Hold on. Nuclear physicist?
Yeah.
I said neuro, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, man. Neuros with the nerves and all that stuff. Okay. So he's blowing up shit. He's a nuclear physicist. He's talking to this young lady or whatever, and he's running down his resume of where he's worked, what he's done, past jobs, what he's doing now. And so after he runs down this, it seemed pretty impressive resume for somebody that's 27 years old. Mm-hmm. So they take him off the camera, and she says, I'm not interested. He has no personality. And I tended to kind of believe, to go with her on that. Because looking at it, I read a lot of the comments. A lot of the comments was like, they attacked the girl, but saying, oh, she's not ready. She's a bird, this, that, and the third. And I kind of was like, he was boring. And he's what I like to call an on-paper dude. On paper, he looks great. Well, no. He looks like that's all it is. Like, I'm a neurophysicist. I have my degree over here. I have a master's over here. I work here. I save kids on the weekend. I get cats out the trees. Like, he's doing all that kind of stuff. He didn't say anything about who he was or nothing, even though those things are part of it.
He did say he liked martial arts.
Yeah, he did.
Women don't want to hear that shit. Like, yo, let's just call it up to no chick talking about, hey, you know, I'm a connoisseur of the martial arts. You know who you gotta be talking to? You better be talking to fucking, what's her name from the Kill Bill movies?
Uma Thurman.
No, not Uma Thurman. It's the Chinese chick that be with her. Y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. Anyway, but I'm pretty sure her last name is like Lee somewhere.
Oh, Lisa Lee? No.
It's something like that.
No.
It's something to that effect. But you can find it. But anyway, it's like a Chun-Li or some shit. But anyway, all I'm saying is he definitely, I don't even want to call him corny, but he was corny. There's no other way to say it about it.
But how long was the video?
Well, the video I seen, it was about
short.
2-3 minutes.
Because how can you get that from just that? He could have been nervous. He could have been nervous.
I give him some of that.
So, yeah, he could have been nervous, but I don't think she just off the break didn't want him. I think she probably was looking at physical as well. She probably was like, she might didn't like the haircut as well, right? Like,
he didn't look bad. He didn't look bad.
No, but what I'm saying is because that's not long enough to be like, oh, he's boring. He could have been too smart for her. He could have been saying some stuff that she has no interest in. She would have to learn about, like, little stuff like that. But that wasn't long enough to know if somebody was
But women like confidence, right? Like, the women like confidence.
He didn't. To me, he ain't stumbled over his words. He didn't. He couldn't tell you what. I didn't see his head down. His head was up. So, I mean, that's a part of being confident. Looking up, looking in the camera.
Yeah, but a part of getting a woman is being interesting, too. And I think that he just wasn't interesting to her.
That's
maybe
fair.
So that's why I wouldn't kill her. Like, he's boring to her.
Right.
Maybe he need to find a chick that like kicking stuff in karate chopping.
Ain't no maybe. That's definitely what you want to do.
He definitely needs to find a woman nuclear physicist. That's first off. I still don't know what this shit is, and I'm normally trying to figure out this. I'm like, okay.
Do you want to look it up?
No, I mean, you can look it up, but I really don't care because when I hear nuclear physicist, all I think of is like the atom bomb and shit like that, or whatever, and blowing up something or making Doc Brown time machine or some shit. Mm-hmm. But that's about it. But he was an all-paper dude. That was long enough. The same way. This is the thing about when you said it wasn't long enough. I figure like this: if a woman take what y'all say 10 seconds to know if y'all gonna sleep with a guy or not, that 3 minutes was long. She definitely already knew in the first 10 seconds. She ain't sleeping with this nigga. Well, so if she ain't gonna sleep with him, he ain't gonna get a chance either.
Sometimes the first impression, sometimes you gotta make a second one. You gotta make a second impression. And sometimes we might not be ready. And then sometimes we'll see him later and say, okay. Speaking
of not being ready.
Sometimes women don't know what they want.
They never do.
That's fair. Mm-hmm. That's fair. I'm not going to disagree, and I'm going to let y'all talk. And then I'm going to chime in.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of not being ready and never know what they want, Lori Harvey. She does. Okay, unless you've been living under a rock, Lori Harvey, who is Steve Harvey's daughter. That's a stepdaughter?
Yeah.
Not biological.
Oh, word? I didn't even know that.
She took that Harvey, though.
She took that Harvey, though. That's another thing, too. She took that Harvey.
All the kids took his name.
Mm-hmm. Well, why wouldn't they?
I'm just saying, like, all of her kids took his name.
Yeah, she goes.
Did all of her kids take his money?
10-4, yes.
Yeah, well.
But what I'm saying is, it's like, that's wild. He got all other biological kids, and then she come with 3, and they take his name.
They his too, though. Like, he helped raise them.
Oh, no. They had a father.
Yeah, they did.
They have a father.
Yeah, they do.
He might have be locked up and stuff, but they got a father.
Might be.
That's crazy.
So,
okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's cool. Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey had this. First of all, their relationship was like a year. Like a year, some change or whatever. Let's just give it a year, some change. Mm-hmm. Rumors out that he asked for her hand in marriage, and she declined. And social media lost its mind. Actually, social media was divided because all the women were on Lori Harvey's side of, well, girl, she ain't ready, so she doesn't have to accept his proposal. And all the men, their thinking was, this is why guys don't commit or do things like this because women don't really know what they want, even though this is what they're promoting. So my question is, because we have a black woman here, do y'all really even want commitment to that level? Or is it just a facade for something to sound good or another way to, I'm not going to say tear down men, but to make it look like, well, guys are out here playing games, so this is why we're doing what we're doing.
I think we want commitment, but let me just say, you had the women and the men, you say they were divided, but with me, I was more so like, okay, now he can go and get somebody that's ready for whatever he's ready for. But we also don't know if he was the one who called it off. We don't know none of this. Everything is speculation. So now we're saying that she's, dating, and then when she's not happy or whatever, she's leaving. So a lot of the women are saying that's how you're supposed to date. You're supposed to move on when it's not for you anymore, right? It seems like she makes it look so easy, right?
Oh, she's 25. So
right.
that has a lot to do with it,
but
too.
you don't stay with someone for a year and then just up and leave, So, and everybody's quiet. He's quiet, she's quiet. All the noise is us.
That's
right?
true. It makes you think about what the relationship really was.
We don't know. All we see is pictures, and so it looked like it was good. So whatever broke it up was something very substantial, right? Something it was huge. Whatever broke them up.
Well, the rumor is he proposed and she said no, and then it was a wrap.
If they're even broken up, they could be back together by now.
If they were even together in the first place.
But listen, everything is speculation. So it's almost like, we're going to do this because it's social media. We're going to go back and forth. But do we want commitment? We definitely want commitment. Sometimes we want commitment the way that we see commitment, right? And sometimes we're not compromising with what the man feels is a part of committing as well. Like, I know me, I have my set ways, right? And I have my thoughts of how I think things should go. And when it don't go that way, I just be dramatic as hell. Like, oh my God, the world is about to end because it's not going my way. But if I sat back and maybe let it flow and look at it in his eyes, maybe it could work out, for the better. I don't know. But I'm going to be dramatic because it's not going my way. So when we say, do we want commitment? We do. But to get it to work for the both, it has to be compromised. Can't be just my way, my way of what I think commitment is. So,
well, Lori obviously didn't want commitment. Lori, I don't know what Lori wanted. Okay, so hypothetically, let's say that they were in a relationship for a year. Mm-hmm. If it was a monogamous relationship, I just don't understand why you would be in a monogamous relationship for a year and then somebody proposed to you.
Right, elevate.
And then you like, nah, I'm cool. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's about to be summertime, man. It's, maybe she moving like that out here. Like, look, I don't know.
I would look at the age as well, though, because I want to say they have at least more than 5 years of an age difference.
Oh, 10 years. He's 35. Okay, she's 25.
So you have to look at it like that too. You gotta look at it like that too. She's been afforded a whole lot of things just from her name alone. I just heard her speak this year. I've never heard her speak, and that's the thing. When people don't talk,
I still don't think I've heard her speak.
Yeah, she just did some type of interview. She was on some type on a show. But the thing is when people don't talk about their mess and they keep it between them, stuff kind of lasts longer. So she normally don't speak. Mm-hmm. And I feel like maybe when you put the world into your mess or into your business, it just ends sooner than maybe it would have. You know what I'm saying?
Or she could just be a demon. Like, she could just be that one. The one that, because she's running through them. I'm just going to be real.
But everybody gonna have their day, right? We don't know if she's already been heartbroken. You know what I'm saying? We don't know that
she's
yet.
Pretty young.
We don't know. Shit, 25? Hell yeah.
But she's been a demon since she was probably like 19.
Let's not forget she was engaged before, right? And then she, after that, I guess she didn't want commitment for a while. And then he came, and then she said, let's try it again. But sometimes when you want something, you get it. You don't want it no more.
Which brings me back to the point that I had before. Maybe women just don't know what they want.
Maybe we do. And guess what? If you think about it, you can decide something today, and then tomorrow you can change your mind. And we have the right to do that. And that's the problem with when you commit. It's almost like you commit to staying on the path that y'all said y'all on, right? And people are scared to change their minds because it's going to hurt the other person. But if you think about yourself, you be like, you know what? Yesterday, I said this, but today, I don't feel that way.
That's so eloquently put by you as a woman, but men get killed for not wanting to commit.
But that's the thing where with me, as I get older, I know that because I can change my mind, the other person can change their mind too, right? So even if you don't like it, you gotta accept it.
Y'all being nice. It's a whole phase. She in a whole phase. Like, that's just I let y'all live.
I'm not. Listen, I don't know what the girl is doing. We don't know.
We do know this. We know what she's doing. First of all,
do we even know that all the men that she was dating that she had sex with? Do we know that?
First off,
yes,
I believe so.
How we know that?
Because of what they gave her.
And
the attention they gave her.
Let me tell you, and this is, and I can speak on this. I can speak on this. The attention that a man gives you, that don't equate to nothing. If you used to being treated well, all that extra stuff, that don't mean nothing. All them men got money. Future even said it. He gonna spend money. He gonna spend the money.
And you think he's spending money and not hitting?
You think he gotta spend money to hit?
No, what I'm saying is this. That's not
okay.
We're not saying that they're giving her money.
Do you think this man has to spend any amount of money to get some? Can I say the P word?
Yeah.
Do we have to spend some money to get some pussy?
No, but we're not saying
nobody
that.
does.
We never said.
No.
Your argument was just because she's dating them that she's not sleeping with them, and I'm saying she's absolutely sleeping with them.
That is not the truth.
Okay.
It's not the truth.
It's not the truth either.
Okay, so it's not the truth.
How you figure that?
Because you don't have to sleep with a man to be treated well by him.
It's not about treating well. What I'm saying is this. She with Diddy. Diddy is born the same day as me. Scorpios, we ain't doing that. I know for a fact Sean P. Diddy Combs hit it. Now, if you want to say his son,
did his son hit it?
I know for
the son
like this. I'm hoping Justin hit it. Trey Songz, he's Freak Master. I know he hit it. Michael B. Jordan hit it.
So what y'all saying is because of the men, because y'all think y'all know these men, y'all know that she had sex with.
I don't see why they would even deal with her that long or for that period of time if they ain't in it. If she was just, I went on a date and that was it, she was linked to all these dudes. Her stuff goes back years, but that's not even the point that I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is this. A lot of women were trying to, this is what women do. They rally behind whole shit a lot. I'm going to keep it 100. Y'all rally behind whole shit a lot because
Did you get my face?
Okay, but I'm going to tell you this. This is why I said whole shit. Is because I always say every woman wants to get treated how the woman does and what you call it in the pornos, when it's down to sex. I'm not talking about a relationship, just when it's sex. Every chick inside, when the doors is closed, you want to get treated like a porno chick and you want the dude to be a porno star. What I'm saying is this, even when it comes to relationships, stop it. You're not telling me you get into the bedroom and you just want things just to be, oh, darling, loving, let's just do that. You want to get thugged out. No,
first of all.
You don't get thugged out?
First of all. What is thugged out?
You know.
That's number one.
Okay.
You don't get thugged out?
Thugged out is simply this. Okay. You know, have you ever made love before?
Yes.
Have you ever fucked before?
Yes.
Fucking is thugged out.
Okay, so listen.
So have you ever been thugged out now? Now that you think about it. Have you been thugged out before?
1 second. Now listen, it's a difference.
We know it's a difference.
That's not porn fucking.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
You
is.
see that
Outrageous.
porn shit? Porn is dumb.
Porn is not done. You get the greatest scenarios in the world when it comes to pornos.
You talking
I
about?
watch pornos
You talking about the stepdaughter?
No, I watch the
and then
porno
he
that I
come
like.
in.
No, the porno I like is the pizza guy comes in, drops over pizza. Next thing you know, I love scenarios
All right,
like
let me
that.
tell y'all about this. Let's just plug Twitter because they got the best porn. I don't know if y'all know, but Twitter got the best porn.
And that's true. But
let me tell
Lori is out here getting thumbed out.
I'm gonna tell you, it's this page, and I can't think of the name. I probably, but it's this man, right? This man, main goal is just to please the woman. He don't fuck him. He like make love to him the whole time. And guess what the caption be? I had finals at school this week. I just need right? I just need you. So no, I don't like them kind of porns. I like to see love making. I like to see kissing. Like if you ain't kissing during sex, get the fuck on.
They be kissing in sex. They be kissing them joints.
No, they don't. They be pulling their head. Their head be backwards.
And y'all be wanting that. But that's the whole thing.
Don't pull my hair. You can't touch my hair. Don't pull my hair. If you pull my
black
hair,
woman's
look
hair.
back.
Okay.
I'm a black woman.
What I'm saying is this.
I'm not fucking the pizza guy.
You're trying to say just because she dated all these guys
Pizza guy could be a good dude.
that she's not sleeping with them. She's not sleeping with them. What I'm saying is this: women rally behind this kind of stuff.
We do not sleep with everybody that we date.
I do agree with that.
We have
I do agree with that.
a selection of who we sleep with. We don't sleep with everybody we date. Because sometimes when you're dating, you might be, exiting something else, and you might go. That might be your reason for going back, But you're dating.
She put her foot on Trey Songz's face. They was fucking.
Yeah.
That's not true, y'all. It's
not true.
It's not true.
It's not.
It might be
true
true for some. Let's just say that it might be true for some, but we cannot put everybody in. Everybody don't. Well, a lot of women don't have to do that, and even in this day and age where everybody is pick me, you still don't have to do that.
You don't have to, but they doing it.
No, I only have sex when I want to.
That's a fact. She want to have sex though.
And I don't want to have sex with every man I go on a date with.
So why you keep going on a date?
Going on a date and dating is different.
Going on a date and dating. What is dating considered? 2 dates or 3 dates?
I don't know. If you sitting on the couch and you got your feet on my face, we probably just fucked or we about to.
But what if her foot hurt or something? He like massaged it.
Massages lead to fucking.
Yeah, they do.
Massages lead to that.
They do.
My last massage did lead to fucking. But it was like it was going to happen.
It's a fact. That's what we saying. It's going to happen.
But just because you touch my foot don't mean.
But you wanted to do it.
No.
So the massage is that good?
And men love feet. Not all men, but men love feet.
I can care less about feet.
I'm gonna tell you that it's a lot.
It's definitely a fetish. I know a few guys that's definitely fetished up.
Yeah.
And that's what they do. But
I'm talking about
feet means nothing to me. It looks cool.
Get your feet done.
Like right now, you got the French tip joints. That's cool. Doesn't make or break the situation. But I'm like, that's cool. No, I'm not talking about for me. But I'm just.
But I'm saying
for me.
For some.
Optically, I'll look and be like, okay, nice outfit, cool. But I'm not gonna be like, I'm never gonna compliment her fully on her feet. Like, oh, nice, you got your feet and your toes, your nails and your toes done. I'm like, cool.
I'm not going. No, it's cool.
Not you either.
Not a foot guy.
Yeah, not a foot guy.
It's cool. It helps. It helps.
There are feet men out.
When you get your feet done, it helps.
And
Don't get
guess
it
what?
wrong.
And that's where the women with the good feet.
I understand that, but how do you explain Future flooding this joint out with roses on Valentine's? You mean to tell me he ain't hit on Valentine's
Nobody
Day?
said, listen, let me say something.
On
Nobody
Valentine's
said
Day?
he did it. But we don't know if he did.
Yeah, that's a technicality. That's
assuming that he did.
100%.
We gotta assume. I'm looking like if I was Future, I'm hitting. Every time. Diddy, I'm hitting. I'm just talking about just from
so much pussy floating around,
Hey man, we don't know what she got. Hey man. She got something.
You know,
it's something. She got a move or something. Hey man, they all be a little messed up.
Y'all find her like aesthetically pleasing?
She's
cool.
a pretty girl.
She cool.
See, you saying she cool?
Said she cool.
You saying she a pretty girl?
She a pretty girl.
But it's somebody out there that's saying that bitch is gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So that is where that comes in.
A lot of stuff.
No. Not with these caliber dudes. No, they deal with gorgeous women all the time.
But they
deal with gorgeous.
You don't know. You don't.
Exactly. They don't got the move.
But her move could just be her aura. Her move.
Not going with it.
That's sad. That's really sad. And I'm not even taking up for her. I don't know what she's doing. And I'm not even her age. When I was her age, I could understand. I ain't her age no more.
What I'm saying is this. To her defense, she's 25. If she didn't want to get married, that's cool. We understand that. But the thing that I'm killing women about is that they're championing it because they're like, yeah, she didn't want to get married, this, that, and the third. This is grown women. She's grown. She's moving like a man. But she's moving like this. It's almost like a revenge type thing. And I'm looking like,
who is she? But that's the thing. Is she their queen? Is this your queen?
No, but this is how y'all women are acting.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, she can't speak for me. She's not even my age. So when it comes to like who's on whose side, I'm on nobody's side because I'm the female that's like, okay, so now he can move on. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Now it's gonna be another woman that's gonna come up, if that is the case, that's saying, you know, if he did want to get married, now it's gonna be another woman that's ready to get married. And
it's gonna be a nice white woman. And then he's going to get all kind of backlash.
He's going to get backlash.
I wouldn't care because guess what? She had her chance or whoever.
That's crazy, B.
If he changed his mind, then he changed his mind. He got the right to change his mind.
I don't know. I agree, man. With old man. Sometimes women be just champion whole activities, man. They do. Like a couple summers ago, it was a hot girl summer. It's just
I don't think
weird.
It's whole activities if you are.
I'm not calling her.
I know what you're saying. But
she had some boyfriends some dudes she was dealing with.
If you're fine with the decisions that you have made, right, and you can walk these streets with your head held high, and you don't care what the next person say about you, then it's not whole activity. Whole activity is when you're trying to hide it, and you trying to hide who you dealt with before. No, put everything out, and all your shit is for the world to see. That's not whole activity. Whole activity is pretending to me. That's how I define it. So she don't speak for me, and I don't think her business is on Front Street.
I don't necessarily get mad at whole activity.
What can you hide?
I think hoes is necessary.
They make the world go round.
I mean, real. This is real.
What I'm just saying is this.
I know a lot of hoes is good people, man.
She's 25. She's doing whatever she's doing.
You know,
let her live.
Sexually liberated women who are good people.
I don't think women are as liberated sexually as they try to pretend. That's the whole thing. And I feel women have to concentrate on being that.
Liberating, when I say that, it's like, okay, you are okay with your body and your sexuality with your partner. And you choose partners, and you choose them. Right. You are not pressured into doing anything. Everything you do, you want to do.
Yeah.
That's what I call sexual. So what do you call it?
No, but I'm talking about the whole liberation of women with this whole sexually thing is the fact that women, I just don't like women trying to play the whole, I'm just moving like a guy. I'm doing this. It's like, yo, you're not even moving the way you really want to move. You're moving in lieu of, okay, this is how guys move, so I'm going to start doing this. So don't say nothing about me. I'm here to tell women completely, keep sleeping with 30 guys. I'm just throwing a number out there. Keep sleeping with Tom, Dick, and Harry. Damn. And then be like, yo, well, guys don't get labeled this, that, and the third. We ain't never going to get that label. Y'all the ones that grant access. I don't even know how many times we got to tell women this. It's never going to be the same thing. And what kills me with women when they do this is when they say, well, it's a double standard. That's the one double standard that men have. Because every other double standard is in the woman's favor. Every other double standard is in the woman's favor. The one double standard that we do have, yes, if we have women that we just keep sleeping with, 30 or 40 women, because it's almost an amazement. Because guys and people are like, damn, you had that many women willing to have sex with you? Y'all, that's the whole thing.
You look like that?
everybody's not giving what I'm giving. But I'm just saying, I get it. You see what I'm saying?
Everybody not giving Usher.
So it's just like, yo, but if you're a woman, you can walk outside right now. It's going to be 10 dudes that's going to be like, I want to sleep with her. And I hate when women be like, yo, I can't sleep with any guy I want to. They be talking about the celebrity dudes. Yeah, you can't get at them like that because they're not even in the circles. But you go out there walking down the street, y'all can get laid anytime y'all want.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
So what are you talking about?
When I say liberated, that don't mean I want to move like a man. That don't mean that to me.
You really believe, let me ask you this, you really believe that, I think we all, and this is about to go around the room, when people say I don't really care what somebody thinks about me. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like 80-20 on that one.
Because you care about the 20 and the 20.
No, I don't care about the 20. No, that's not the 20.
The 20 for me is gonna be my family. It's way more people out
there
that don't know you.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying the 20.
It's way more people out there that don't know.
When I say I'm 80-20, I'm 80% believe that I don't care what people talk about me. But that 20%, I'm looking like I just want people to use the information given. It's almost like a test in school when you have the part where they be like, can you answer this question? And then they be like, one of the answers is, can't answer based on the information given. So you can think about me what you want, but don't add to the scenario where there's nothing to add there. So whatever I present, if that's what you're basing it off of, for example, I was talking to a friend about the difference between being kind and nice. Because a lot of people think the two are mutually exclusive or synonymous. They're not. I'm kind, but I don't have to be, I'm not nice all the time. Right. I'm not going to lie. Right. I'm not nice all the time because it's a choice. It's a choice. And it's the same thing when it comes when people talk about, well, I don't care, nobody view me. Like you said, if a woman is cool with people knowing that she's sleeping with Tom, Dick, and Harry, and she's walking with her head up and whatever, then fine. But don't let that have I feel when women do that, it's an expiration date.
Okay, so
it's an expiration date.
So what you just said is what I was getting at, because what I'm saying is if yours is 80-20.
No, it's not 80-20, it's 80%. I want you to tell you it's 80% me really not caring what somebody's saying.
So that's what I'm saying. 80% is gonna be the world to me. The 20 is gonna be the people that I know. You know what I'm saying? And I understand what you're saying based off of the facts. So when I say walk around with your head held high, I don't mean like everybody will know every step of what I've done, every person that I've dealt with. But if it happened and whatever, it expired and it's over with, you know what I'm saying? It's out there because it's not just me in the situation, it's somebody else in the situation. So you got my take on the situation, their take on the situation, right? But if I'm cool with how it went and it's done and I'm moving on, then fine. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about all the other people. But yes, the 20% for me is going to be the people that know me.
But things are what they are. Like, so there's no such thing as a hoe?
Nobody said there's no such thing as a hoe.
So what's a hoe?
Whatever you interpret it to be.
So
all I said was that's not my definition. Right. What y'all saying is not incorrect because that's what you believe.
So what I hear you saying is, if you good with being a hoe, then you good.
No, if you good with being a woman, then you good.
But men can be hoes too. Like, listen, I'm not saying that. I'm saying
no. What I'm saying
hoe activity is hoe activity.
No, what I'm saying is your definition is not me.
So what's your definition?
What I just said. So what I'm saying is I don't consider it being a hoe, but you consider it being a hoe, right?
So what do you consider being a hoe?
Whatever y'all consider to be a hoe. I just don't. I don't.
Fine. This is what I consider.
I don't care to go into it. I'm listening to y'all's view. Like when I got here, I said I'm gonna let y'all talk and I'm gonna chime in, right? Because this is what y'all feel, and y'all are like a majority of the way men think. I can't tell you that's not a hoe if that's what you've been thinking. This is
what guys think hoes are. Honestly, this is what guys think hoes are. It ain't even about.
I don't think
it's not even. Hoes ain't about how many sex people. What you say?
I don't think Lori Harvey is a hoe. I do think women champion hoe activity though.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think she's a hoe, but they champion it. They champion it.
So hoe activity is moving on, right? Hoe activity is moving on.
No, we never said moving on. No.
Hoe activity is dating.
No.
What is it?
No.
Because if we're looking at it, it's just like the caliber of men. Like she's getting like the top.
Right. She's not getting the top. She's a celebrity.
No.
She's a celebrity. She gets celebrity guys.
Right. But these men are at the top of a lot of women's wish lists. Let's who said they wanted Lori on their wish list? Who was that? Me. Right. So guess what? He want her on his, but she got a lot of women wish lists. Men. Future, Michael B, Diddy, even the son. Who was the other guy?
Trey Songz.
And then she had.
That's
so
a fact.
what I'm saying.
That list is alright.
Right.
This nigga crazy.
No, but I'm saying honestly, if you go network, Diddy's the only one super stand.
No, but what she's saying is a lot of women want those guys.
It's the
rich
same.
niggas. That's it.
No, want those guys.
No.
A lot of women love Michael B. Jordan. A lot of women love Trey Songz. A lot of women love Diddy. A lot of women
they unattainable unless you in the celebrity.
But that's what she's saying.
But
not to her. They're
it.
attainable to her.
Because she's in those circles.
Let's bring it down to us, right? You're originally from
New York.
And you?
Philly and Jersey.
Philly. Okay. So I don't know how y'all was there, but I'm assuming you guys are popular there.
We cool.
We all right.
Cool. Yeah.
Right? Okay. So in your years of dating, because you're no longer dating. So when you were dating, there was going to be certain women that you might have dated, and they could have been affiliated with other men that you knew, right? Because of whatever status y'all had wherever y'all was, right? And so you break up with her, and then she went XYZ. You might not know him personally, but you know of him. He your man's man, right?
Okay.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing, right? But the thing is, say y'all were in a serious relationship, she leave you, then she get in another serious relationship, but then the next one, she just chilling, right? But you know these guys because y'all in the same circle. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Hers is elevated, and then the world is watching.
But that's why I'm saying. That's why I said she wasn't a hoe. But the problem is, women that champion her, characterize her like she's a hoe. They say things like, "Oh, she just moving like a man. She could do whatever she want. She's
running through.
She running through them."
See,
that's wild.
I think that they're speaking off of some stuff that they wish they could do. That's a whole lot of things. When people like have these strong opinions to the point where, because some people will argue to the end, and somebody might get in a fight. I don't know. I ain't gonna get in no fight because I don't know none of them. But what I'm saying is when they have these strong opinions, it's really like them. It's like them.
They're living vicariously through her.
It's something that they wish that they could do.
But they can do it. They can do it.
They could.
But they're not. See, but the thing
won't.
The thing about it is, the reason why we saying that these women are championing her is because she appears to be unapologetic about what she's doing. So when you say these women could do it, no, that's what I'm saying. It's only the appearance of it. It's the appearance of it. So when we saying women can't, they wish they could do it, they can do it. But the problem is, they're going to be apologetic about it. They're going to be apologetic about it because they don't want the scrutiny that comes along with it. We don't know if Lori is fine with the scrutiny or not because she hasn't said anything. So we don't know that. So this is why women are, you can do what you want to do. They're not talking for her, but they're trying to talk in this whole, they're talking vicariously through her, this Iron Woman, hear me roar type thing. Let her go and do this, that, and the third or whatever.
But like I said before, yesterday I could have been heartbroken, but today I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like you have a choice of how you going to deal with certain things. Yesterday I could have been apologetic. Today I'm unapologetic, right? Because that's just how it goes. Like, you can't stay in the same place for too long. So I get what y'all saying now. That's why I'm saying I'm listening to y'all.
Well, she with Jack Harlow now, and she wants to go ahead and do her thing.
Yo,
so
that's outrageous.
Hold on, say it again.
I think they saying now the rumor is she's messing with Jack. That's Harlow. Crazy, B. Or whatever. So
she done went on to the other side.
She's up to the walk on the wild side.
Walk on the wild side.
I saw this interesting story online about polygamy. So let me just read it out real quick. The guy's name is Nick. Nick is in a polygamist relationship with these two women. Nick is a stay-at-home dad. The two wives are the breadwinners. One manages an IT company, and the other operations manager. These women consider Nick a trophy husband, so he doesn't have to work. It gets better. The two women got married to each other and took his last name. Nick isn't legally married to either of them legally, and he considers himself a king on the chessboard because his queens do all the moving. As disgusted as I want to be, Nick is the man. And this will be on TLC Seeking Sister Wives Season 3. People always come to me and ask me, could you be in a polygamous relationship? Now, on the sexual side, yes. Why not? Like, threesomes are great. Like, never had a bad one. Or whatever. And,
I've never had a one. But go ahead.
So, you don't know what you're missing. But,
I do.
So, like I said, for me, on the sexual side, I have no issue with it. Mm-hmm. Relationship side, I don't know. I don't think it's a matter of me can't handle it. I think it's more so of what would be my responsibilities towards the relationship. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like women desire attention. I don't know if I have enough attention for two women that way. I don't know if I have the temperament to even want to deal with two women, because like I said, once again, I keep preferencing the sex. Outside of that, women come with a lot that you still have to check the boxes off on. And I don't know if I'm willing to deal with all that twice. Right. Damn near didn't want to deal with it one time. So I don't know if I want to deal with it twice. Right. And it's just like, let's just be honest, when people hear polygamy, they're only thinking about sex. Nobody's thinking, but clearly Nick has the cheat code because these women are well-to-do. They're well-to-do, and he's a stay-at-home dad. Me personally, I'm not a person. A woman can call me a lot of things. A lot of women can call me a lot of things. Mm-hmm. They're never going to call me a user because I've never really used women financially. Never even done things like that. I'm a cheap date. Even when women have took me, I'm a cheap date. Mm-hmm. Don't ask me where I want to get something to eat at. We will wind up in the McDonald's. And I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not about you spending your dime. I'm just kind of like, I'm old school that way. Right. But sticking with the polygamy, like I said, for me, sexually, it's a go. Relationship-wise, I don't think I'll mess with it.
I don't know. First of all, let's not gloss over the fact that he is just in the house and they go to work. That is
legendary.
That is almost that is like prostitution without the sex. Like, that is a pimp. Like, they go out and work and bring him the money and the sex and everything. I'm assuming that these two young ladies are not black.
Your assumption will be correct. Nick is black. He looks like Nat Turner, the porno guy, and these two white women have Roseanne Barr-ish type.
Roseanne Barr-ish. So, because I'm wondering, what do they get out of this?
He's the king, according to the article. He's a trophy. First off, this is the first time I hear a woman calling a guy a trophy. We heard a trophy.
He's a trophy husband.
He's a trophy husband.
Wow.
How does that sound to you?
That sounds amazing.
What if he loves being a dad, right? What if he already done
You
worked?
are the most optimistic person I've ever.
No, for real, because like for that situation right there, everybody gotta be on the same page and play their part. Everybody gotta play their part, right? He said, "Look," and I'm sure he calling the shots. I'm sure Nick is calling the shots.
Yeah.
So he said, "All right, I'll stay home," and they making money. You know, we don't know his job skill. We don't know if what he make going to even put a dent into whatever. We don't know this, right? So it's almost like he is okay with doing this, right? And they are a team, all three of them. That's why everybody out here need to be getting with who gonna be on their team. Like, if you want something serious, if you out here playing, keep doing what you're doing. But if you want something serious, y'all gonna have to get on the same page. And with that, they had to, I'm sure, sit down and really think about what they, because guess what? They had to carry the kids, right? They gonna be on maternity leave. So they had to figure out.
I don't think he has kids with them. I just think if he's a stay-home dad, I think they already had kids and Nick was brought into this.
Now, that don't make sense. He's taking care of somebody else's kids all day.
Well, if
That
you
don't
ain't
make
gotta pay
sense
nothing, you ain't gotta pay nothing, and we don't know how old these kids are.
I think they just call Nick a stay-at-home dad. I think
That too. I don't even know if
I
no
think
kids
Nick
involved.
is communicating like, look.
I hope them.
This is what's gonna happen, bitch. I think he's communicating like that.
If that's what's gonna happen, if Nick talking like that, them Nick kids.
Nick is in there like, listen, man, you're gonna go out there and you're gonna give me this money, and I'm gonna be right here waiting.
What is it? I say baby.
You're gonna get this money, baby. Nick ain't playing, man.
No. I think they gotta be his kids, and I'm gonna watch just to make sure that them his kids, cause he ain't staying home taking care of nobody else's kids.
I don't
Unless
know,
he
man.
the nanny.
I don't even think there's no kids involved. I think it's just a term or whatever. Honestly, they're just saying stay-at-home dad, stay-at-home husband, or whatever. First off, they called this cat the trophy husband.
Because look at him though. To them, but look at them two and then look at him. He might be a trophy to those two women, but
Nick might be slinging Clint Eastwood.
he looked like he could be.
Why? Just because he's dark skinned?
Nope, because he a black man.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Got him
Plus,
two white women.
I've never seen, a white man slinging, so I only can vouch for the black man. But back to your first point, as far as like with polygamy, and you saying when you think about it, you think about the sex.
Yeah, I just think about sex.
And when I think about it, I think about all the stuff that you said you don't think you're going to be okay
Able to deal with.
Because that's what I'm thinking. Polygamy, I'm like, he responsible for two women. He got to divide his time. But normally in polygamy, the men take care of the household. That's why they can be polygamous. That's normally why a man can have two, because they can take care of two. This is the first I ever heard.
That's why I don't call this polygamy.
You know what I'm saying?
I call it pimpology. He's a pimp.
Well, maybe he is maybe it's them two, because they did.
Maybe he's a pimp, and they go out.
So did they bring him in on this? Oh, and now we got to get into it, because did they bring him in on this, or this was their thing?
I don't even know.
And then
they wound up, once again, this is the information that we've been given.
we got to find out.
But all I can say is this. If they married each other and he was like, you bitches can get married, I'm not. I'm staying single. Or whatever. He was like, look, I'm just saying because I'm trying to.
It sounded like he calling the shot.
Yeah, right.
Yes,
That's what
I
he
do
said.
believe he's calling the shot.
Bitch, I'm not marrying nobody. You bitches get married and you just bring home my money.
Take my last name.
So that means he likes to be home
That means
he likes to not work.
with them kids.
Why you keep throwing kids in there? I don't believe there's any kids involved.
Why they call him a stay-at-home dad?
Because I think it's just a term.
Nothing
Where
else
the
to
fuck
call
is
him.
the kids at?
Alright, I call him a pimp.
You're not a dad without kids.
That's true.
That's true.
So I'm thinking, logically, some kids are involved.
There might be some kids involved.
They could be at
I
home
don't
with
think
him.
any toddlers or infants are involved. The kids might be 15 to 16 years
All right,
old.
y'all, we're going to find out if those are
We are not
kids.
going to find out because I'm not watching this show.
I'm not watching it either, so you going to you're going
you want to
update
let us know.
And let us know.
I'll give y'all updates because I'm watching that shit.
Okay, we're going to have to do some research because, yeah. But they had to communicate. No.
Has to be some level of communication.
The communication, I'm glad you're talking about communication because I personally feel, and women are going to hate me for this one, but it has to be said.
What is he
Men
saying?
communicating is a woman's kryptonite. It's a woman's kryptonite. Y'all want us to communicate, but y'all want us to communicate on y'all terms. Y'all want us to communicate the way y'all want us to communicate, not the way it has to be done or whatever. Because the whole thing is this. Y'all been living high on a horse since the beginning of the time.
First of all, I feel like you're talking to me.
Outrageous.
No, I'm just saying.
Like,
I'm just saying.
like, put your hands down.
What I'm saying is this. Women have been living high on a horse. Guys are emotionless. They don't communicate. They can't verbalize their feelings and stuff like that. That's not true. We actually could. But it's what comes with it after we do these things.
See,
Ridicule. We get the R word. We get ridicule every time we go that route. Because
I'm gonna look out the window.
yes, please look out the window because I'm not just
Treading in dangerous waters.
I'm in the waters that need to be in because women need to hear this because this whole theory that we don't know how to express ourselves isn't true. Now, I'm not saying every guy knows how to verbally express himself or even willing to. But I believe there's more guys that are able to do it. They just choose not to do it. It's because of the ridicule that women give them for doing it. You're being whiny.
So,
be a man. Do this, that, and the third. That's what a lot of that gets. And that already cooks my grits when I hear a woman be like, yo.
You said he cooks his grits.
Yes, and I like grits. But
Oh,
y'all don't really want us to communicate. Y'all just want us to say, okay.
We want y'all to communicate.
When do y'all want us to communicate?
When we are communicating.
No. In the words of Chris Rock on Everybody Hates Chris, when a woman has a problem, the last thing she wants from a man is a solution. Y'all don't never really want.
So
y'all don't really want our communication.
Let us be dramatic. Okay, let us be dramatic.
We know that. Go ahead.
A little while, right?
Get it out your system.
But yes, we do want you to communicate at the same time that we are communicating. Like a question is posed. Answer the fucking question. Don't skip it. Okay?
What kind of question?
Answer it. Any question, a question, any question.
Well, how about this? I want to make a declaration since we want to communicate. I got a few things that I want to communicate to women out here. And I'm going to look in the camera for this one.
Okay.
Ladies, first off, do not have an argument with your man over the text messaging. Do not send us, hold up.
My God.
Do not send us a 10-page text and want us to answer back to everything.
Everyone.
Because you're going to get one answer. First of all, I'm not going to read it.
I'm not reading that shit.
I'm not going to read it, and the answer is just going to be okay.
I hate y'all.
So that's that.
I hate y'all so much. I'm going to look in this camera.
No, your camera's not there.
What?
That's your camera.
Answer the fucking question.
Nah, not if you text it. I'm not answering shit.
Let me tell you something, and that's probably the worst communication you could ever have, via text. And you know what I do? I make the mistake of having it every time. And the argument starts from something so simple, and then one text get misconstrued, and then it's downhill from fucking there. Like, no lie. Like,
that's because sex has no consensus, and it doesn't give you how somebody's feeling. It does, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's left up for interpretation to how this person is saying it or whatever. Right. So that's why I always feel. First off, this is what I see with a lot of women. It's the need to have the last word, because y'all will text 10 pages and then say you don't have to respond.
Yes.
Then we don't respond. 5 minutes later, y'all got something else to say because I'm not talking no more. And then y'all send another text. This is what y'all do.
First of all, you don't know me.
That's crazy, baby.
No, it's a fact, and I'm gonna be quiet because you have a point.
I just think men.
But I'm not gonna be quiet.
I think men and women communicate differently, man. I just think, I just don't think that women say what they mean.
You're right.
Like y'all want to talk around it.
You're right. Cause I be like, I don't want to mess with you no more, and then guess what? I do.
Right, but I feel like men, when men will verbally communicate their intentions, and when we don't, then we don't intend to do that.
Mm-hmm. That is another thing too that we have to realize. Women do that. No response is definitely a response. Like, and it ain't no digging it out of them. Ain't no nothing. Like, no response is a response. And like you said, if you intend on doing something or being something for that person, you're going to do it.
You're going to say it.
You're going to do it and you're going to say it. I think more so with me in particular, it's my impatience. Like waiting for somebody to do it, right? So that's my fault, my whole fault with the intentions and things like that. But answer my fucking question.
How about this? Another thing that y'all do, because I'm just running down the list of things I do.
Just because I'm here?
Yeah, pretty much.
So who am I the face of? All the bitches that...
Women in the world.
All right.
Of the world.
Women of the world.
Women of the world. Another thing,
I'm going to get beat up right now.
Stop saying, you don't really never hear guys talk about, well, you should know this already. We repeat shit just because, in our minds, you don't know what the fuck we talking about, so we say it. But women, y'all will hold us to the fire. Well, why should I have to say it? You should know it. You know what we're thinking in our head? Bitch, I forgot. That's what we're thinking.
But
and that's why we didn't do
because
it.
as I've gotten older, I have started to verbalize what I want, what I need more, because I can't keep assuming that a man gonna know what I want. Mm-hmm. So when I do that, it's like I'm like badgering somebody because I'm steady saying, this what I want, this what I need, this how I want to be treated, instead of me letting it flow and see how they treat you. It's like up front, I'm telling you, because I can't assume that you never dealt with me. You might have dealt with women similar to me, but me personally, you haven't dealt with me, so I'm giving you the playbook pretty much, but you not liking that because you feeling like I'm trying to tell you how to treat me or what to do for me or whatever. So
well, you can give them the playbook, but you gotta give them a chance to set up
the
plays,
right? And that's where the impatience comes in at too. So where I am right now, I'm trying to like just be still, like be in it, be in the moment instead of trying to be ahead of the moment, because you definitely could you could mess stuff up trying to be too far ahead. Mm-hmm. So that's probably the biggest lesson that I have learned in dating for myself, because I'm either in it or I'm not. So it's like I fuck with you or I don't fuck with you at all. So it's no in between with me. And so I'm trying to figure that part out.
Ladies also, stop telling guys that you're dealing with, that you're dating other guys. Because, first off, the dude is going to assume that you're sleeping with the other guy too. That's the assumption that's going to get there. Now, I get it. I understand women will have a food bae, a guy that they talking to, this, that, and the third. But the issue with that is this. Once y'all feelings get involved, then your parts get involved. So unless a guy's like, yo, I'm not gonna deal with this, or this, that, and the third, or they don't see y'all future going any further, they might go for that. Most guys is not going for. I had a female before tell me, I know women hate that. I had a woman before tell me she said, look here, I'm sleeping with this other guy. Me and you can date and stuff, but I'm letting you know I'm sleeping with him. At the time, I really couldn't handle that arrangement. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't sonically even like how it sounded. And I tried to play with it in my head to be like, how could I deal with this? Because this is what I heard. She said what she said, and it was her being upfront. But this is what I heard in my head. I'm sleeping with this guy. You can court me. You can date me. This, that, and the third. and I'm probably gonna put you through the ringer, but I'm sleeping with him.
What I heard
That's
is
what I heard.
I'm sleeping with this guy, but you are a sucker. That's what I heard.
That's what it
You
sounds
are
like.
100% a sucker.
Okay.
If
You
go
can
forward.
spend your money
Right.
on me.
Right.
You can spend time with me.
Right.
But I'm going to be sleeping with this guy.
Right.
Because you, my friend, are a sucker.
Okay.
That's what I heard.
So, to your point, as far as like verbally saying it, right? I don't think that saying it is a wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that saying that you dating is wrong. I just think that maybe going into the details is wrong, right? Because you giving too much. Because if y'all not together, assuming you're gonna say somebody dealing with somebody
This is
else.
why men and women communicate different. In my brain,
I understand what
if
you're
you
saying.
say you dating somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
in my brain, that means you can have sex with someone else, and so can I. That's
But
all I hear.
Guess what? Unwritten before you even say that you're dating someone else, it's just a natural thought that they
Right.
could be sleeping with somebody else and going out
Could
with
be,
somebody else, right?
it's different. Like when
But
you
just
say
because
that, in my
somebody
brain,
says they're dating,
man brain though. We talking about man brain. When you say
and
that,
that's the difference. That's the difference.
when you
as
say
well.
I'm dating someone else, to me, because you didn't have to say that. I can assume
No,
that
you
you didn't have to say
Right.
it. So when you
Right.
say it,
right.
I'm assuming that you want me to know
Right.
that you're dating someone else.
Right.
And you wanting me to know means, okay, she wants me to know this for a reason. And now I got to take that information and do with it what I want.
Whatever what you want, right?
So if you dating someone else, that means to me, okay, I better date someone else. And it
but
could be.
it's not better. It's like you probably already dating someone else.
That could be the case.
Because this is my thing. If I'm dating you, right, and I'm digging you, I pretty much probably don't want to date anyone else.
So you probably
So if-
shouldn't tell me that you're dating someone
I-
else.
Agreed, right?
Mhm.
But what I'm saying is like, who said something about the food, babe?
Mhm.
Right? Okay, so when you going outside of whatever situation you in, you going outside of it for something, right? We don't know if it's food. We don't know if it's just to be treated, like a lady and just to be courted, because we don't know what the situation is with the person that they are having the sex with, right? Maybe it's just sex. Maybe she wants something more. He not willing to give her, so she has to go outside, right? Maybe she not ready to have sex with the new person, so now she gonna stay with what she know, right? Until maybe something else looks more promising, right? But when it comes down to it, she probably don't even want to date the person that she not having sex with.
Right. So, but she wouldn't tell me.
But I understand.
Because what she would tell me, if she wanted to be with me, is she wouldn't tell me anything. She would tell me when she stopped dating people. She would say, "We're in a relationship. I'm no longer dating anyone else." Because in my man brain, to me, that you're telling me this for a reason. You want me to not date anyone else. So when you tell me that you're dating someone else, then obviously you're like, yo, I'm going to do this. So I'm like, okay, this is where we at. I'm going to do this too.
And it subconsciously caps the relationship too.
Right.
It caps the relationship.
I'm not the
Because
one. Because you told me you're dating somebody
now,
else.
this is what you're doing. I'll put this. Pimp or die, any colloquialism that people want to use. Nobody's really cool with somebody openly saying they sleeping with somebody else unless your relationship is strictly physical. That's it. And I think a lot of age comes into that. I think a lot of age comes into that because getting cheated on at 25 is different from getting cheated on at 45. Dealing with women and men is different at 25 and 45 or whatever the old age, because it's based off the information you've gotten over the years from dealing with different women, different men, and everything like that. So the issue is everybody's going to assume Now, that's why they can always say, well, communication is communication, but the assumption is this. Whenever somebody else is brought up into the equation, it's always going to be something that's not going to equal out to somebody's side. Somebody's going to be like, they're not cool with it or not.
Right.
It's because the bottom line is everybody's assuming that sex is still going down. You don't hear guys normally, women aren't thinking, well, you know, he's messing with her because she talks to him a lot. She understands his feelings and he's just going to, no. Y'all feel that every female, if we say we dating them, that we possibly sleeping with. So, but yet women try to, and they try to convince us that just because I'm dating, I'm not having sex with these guys. Now my thing is this. I don't believe that. No, what I'm saying is this. Hold up. So before you answer, switch hear me. I'm not saying a woman dating 3 or 4 different guys and sleeping with all 4. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is this. You're not going to hit me with the, I'm just a serial dater and that's it.
Now,
Somebody's hitting it.
Right.
1 or 2 people are hitting it. And I want to say 2. If it's 4 guys you're dating, 2 of them is having sex with you.
No. If it's 2 guys you're dating, you're having sex with probably 1.
I said 4 of them.
I went to 2.
Whatever it is, it's still the same number. It's 4.
So what you like? If you so in that scenario that you just said, you dating 2 guys, and one of them you having sex with. Would you tell one of them that you dating someone else?
Would I?
Yeah.
And what? And before you answer that,
and then which one?
No, not even that. What do you plan to gain by giving up this information?
Now, would I? Have I? I have.
Okay.
And
why?
I think it was just like in the midst of one of those text conversations that should have never happened in the first place. But after saying it, it was almost like, okay, you said it, and that was that, right? So whatever was going to happen after was going to happen. Whether he was going, agree to it or be mad. He wasn't mad. He was just like, I assumed that, but it wasn't a need to say it. But my reason for saying it was because I was really comparing what a date was, right? That's what I was doing. I was saying what a date was and what a date wasn't. And so when I said that, it was like comparing it, right? So,
which is a big no-no.
It was stupid. Yeah. But it was to get my point across. But at the same time, I'm one of those people that I say what I mean what I say, and I also deal with the consequences, right? So I ain't no dummy. So it's like, okay, I like you. I said what I said, and I know that you probably won't feel the same, or even if you do, your actions are going to be different, and it's like, okay, I gotta deal with it. Am I happy? No. But do I feel like I need to express this? Kind of, sort of. So I don't really regret saying it. Maybe the detail part was, unnecessary. But I really don't regret saying it.
So what were you trying to get? I understand the comparative part.
That was it. Just that.
But the thing is, so what did you plan to gain from it, from comparing it? Because it sounds like, and you can correct me, okay, I compared the dates. Mm-hmm. How did you think that was going to come across? Because like we all kind of said the same thing. What somebody says and what somebody hears is totally different. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the minute you told whoever this guy is that you're on a date, he didn't hear nothing after that. All you know is that you're with another man, and that's it. And you could possibly, and this is what starts running through his head. She's probably sleeping with him. She's probably just down the third.
It's not because this is my thing as well.
It's not going to make him step his game up by you telling him what kind of date.
It's going to make him step it down.
Right, and that's the thing. When I said it, I was like, it's a possibility that that's what's going to happen. Because
he has an ego. Men have an ego. And what happens is we have to protect our ego. So when you're saying that you're dating someone else, me protecting my ego means, okay, I got to take a step back from this. Because if I'm feeling you, I could get hurt.
Right. And that's fair too, but I guess maybe more so, and it's not a defense, but what I was thinking to myself was, it don't matter anyway. Like that's what I'm thinking to myself in my head. Like, it don't matter if he know or not, right? Because of what the situation was anyway at that time. So it was like, it could go downhill.
Which goes to my first point.
You know,
when a woman tells you that they're dating someone else, that means you're not the one. You're not telling that to the one that you want to be with. You're not the one. You don't care. Like, yeah, I'm dating somebody else. You don't. The one, you tell them when you're not dating someone else. Like, you know what? I'm not dating anybody else.
And that could be true. That could be true. But like I said, it was via text, so it really wasn't. Yeah. It wouldn't have came off no other way than how it came off. So it's really no save, and I don't have no save. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, it is what it is. It was an example, and that's what it was. And good day.
So it's pretty much a friends with benefits type of situation, which is always crazy to me because that term gets thrown around.
It's and that's the thing, because it's no friendship in it, because it's no friendship and friends with benefits. None.
It's no friendship and friends with benefits?
There is no friendship and friends with benefits.
Explain.
Because like with your friends with benefits, like friend, the word is just being used too loosely. It's no friendship in it.
Let me give you an example. Because I think I kind of got an idea where you're going, but I don't. Mm-hmm. Okay. I've had sexual relationships with women that I've considered friends. And some I still consider friends, or whatever. And we haven't had done anything in years, decades, mm-hmm. whatever. Mm-hmm. This is how those came about. I do believe sometimes there's a certain level of sexual tension between two friends. Now, it's easy if you're not attracted. All right, let's throw it out there. It's easy to be friends with somebody you're not attracted to. Okay. On both sides. Hold up. It's easy to be friends with that because that sexual tension isn't there. Mm-hmm. Now, it can grow into that because you might look at somebody's inner and see other attributes about them and traits and be like, oh, now they're starting to look a certain way for you. I'm talking strictly physical. Strictly physical. You're looking at this person is attractive. If the opportunity presented itself the correct way,
curiosity.
I would. There's curiosity. Thank you. There's a level of curiosity sexually that's there. Mm-hmm. Now, I personally have, whenever that's happened, it wasn't anything that was forced. And I hate to use the phrase, it just happened. It kind of was like, it did happen, but the difference when I can say this, I kind of communicated it like, look here, I'm not going to lie. We are friends. But, I think you're attractive and da-da-da-da-da-da. And then they kind of express theirs too. But it's like you start to know so much about the person, you might see some things that you might not want to deal with fully, and you see some things that you could deal with. But the one thing that's there is the sexual attraction. And the curiosity part of the sexual attraction, sometimes you just want to get it out your system. You see what I'm saying? Like that. I've had most times when it was friends with benefits, we probably did it 2 or 3 times and went back to literally just being strictly platonic friends. Because we got that energy out the way.
Right, but what you stated was y'all were friends before. A lot of the friends with benefit situations don't happen like that.
How do they normally happen?
They happen with sex. And then you realize that you don't want nothing more with them. So it's what they're calling it friends with benefits, but it's no friendship there. It's a lot of people that's like just sleeping with each other and calling it friends with benefits. It's no friendship in the friends with benefits.
So you gotta be, so in your mind, you gotta be friends first, then have sex for it to be friends with benefits.
But see, it's just like no friendship, period, even with sex these days. Because my thing is if I start sleeping with you, I care about you, I want to get to know you more. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like some people try to keep you in just the area of just the sex, whereas that's another reason why I really can't casually date because I care about people too much. You know, I put too much into it daily, or you know, just how you feeling, what you doing. You know, I care too much about you as a person to discard you when I'm done. Like after we done, I'ma still think about you tomorrow. That's care, that's concern, right? It's none of that in none of this stuff. No
So
friends
do you
with
think
benefits,
people can have a casual sexual relationship? Like hey man, we just get together to have sex.
Some people can, and I feel like if you can't, you gotta stay away from that. And that's probably my biggest regret. And then when I do it, it's almost like you trying to figure out like why are you doing it. So that's probably my biggest regret as far as like casually dating, because I don't do that. I don't do it. And then it's like, okay, you have sex, now I want to see where this could go. And I've heard people say, you know, like everybody you have sex with, you're not meant to be with. Mm-hmm. And I agree with that totally. But if I'm here having sex with you, I care about you, I think you're interesting, I find you attractive, I want to get to know you more just to see if it does work out. Like, you might not get in a relationship, but you want to try to get to know the person to see if y'all could get along instead of just making it a physical thing. But I'm learning you got to get to know them first, right? Instead of, and I'm not just learning this, because back in my 20s, that's all I did. Get to know you first and then move. And then you get older, you try different stuff. Then you figure out what worked for you, what don't work for you.
I think a lot of people are like how you explained it. I think a lot of people get into these sexual relationships where they just having sex, and then one person start to have feelings, and then but the context of the relationship is just
sexual.
Sex.
Yeah.
Think about it.
And trying to bring the depth into it after sex.
Right. And what happens when the other person don't want to bring that in there?
Yeah, and when they don't want to do that.
Because they were never friends. That's the thing.
And that's what I get, and that's what I'm getting at, because I'm like, it's no friendship in a lot of this stuff.
The thing about it is,
and
I can only go off of me.
Sad. Yeah,
I can only go off of me because I've had numerous, and I would never say no names, but I've had numerous situations where, see, the difference was, from listening to what y'all said and everything is true, it made me, now, from what y'all said, it makes me feel that much better about how I was doing things then. Because I was truly friends with them. And because I never had those issues. We didn't have those issues. I understood that, okay, person A over here, woman A over here, was celibate for like 6-7 months. She hasn't done anything. So the sexual desire was there. It's just women know how to, you know, abstain, you know, a lot longer than men. And that's just that's the I don't think that's a fact. I just kind of feel like that's the imagery that's out there. Now what I'm saying is this: from listening to what y'all saying, I clearly was friends before. This is why, because honestly, I'm sitting there listening to what Will said and what you said. I never ran into any of that. We've never, and I'm not even being funny. I've never had a situation where I got too high and she got too high. Yeah. We knew exactly what it was, and it wasn't. And the thing about it was, newsflash: we didn't have sex every time we was together. We did because we were really just friends. Yeah. Because we was really just friends, stuff like that. It mostly happened when, like this: if we hung out or something like that, because it wasn't dates, hung out. Yo, go talk to this dude, whatever, da-da-da-da-da. Even getting information. Yo, I got a date tomorrow. Oh, yeah, go out. You know, it's cool, whatever, da-da-da-da. And I'm not hiding nothing from her. Where you was at? I was over there, such and such house, such and such. And it was just so, that level of honesty and being forthcoming, that's where everything, to me, the friends with benefits thing was there. And the thing about it is, I don't like to call it friends with benefits because they're still my friends. It's no benefit to the sex. You can say it's a benefit, but the way we understood, we communicated, that's what made it like, okay, this is what it is. But there's not that level. I know, and I can't be the only one out here having those kind of relationships, because the thing about it is this: yes, I care about these women too. I
Right.
care about their well-being and stuff
Like
like
I
that.
said, it's
But
no
not enough.
care.
I'm not going to hurt them, though.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because guess what?
Yeah.
Every single time I've ever embarked on those kind of relationships, because their relationships one way or another, they've all went on to start dealing with other dudes. And guess what? We were still friends.
Right.
We were still friends, and that was it. It was no disrespect. I never stepped over the line. Yo, it got to the point sometimes, yo, he's not really comfortable with me talking to you like that. I might not hear from them for 10 months or however long, whatever, and I'm keeping it. But, yo, I'm not, we don't deal with them. And it doesn't mean we jumping right back in the sack. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just we had a friendship. So that's why when you have a pure friendship with somebody, and this is not just talking about man-woman relationships, when you talk to them on the phone, when you speak to them, it's not like you have to catch up.
No.
It's like a continuous conversation.
It is. It's like
you pick right back up from where you was at. That's when you know. Forget just relationships. That's when you know you have a real friendship with somebody. Because you don't have to speak to them for a couple of years, and of course you try not to go that long. But if you don't speak to them for like 8-9 months, because I believe a lot of us spoke to a lot of people we haven't spoke to during the pandemic, and a lot of us lost contact with people during the pandemic. But the ones that were really your friends, we spoke all pandemic. You see what I'm saying? Like that. I won't mess with you online. I didn't have your number anymore. I just have to find out that I didn't have the right number. But I've hit her for birthdays, she didn't get no response. That's because it was a phone number thing, things like that. So you understand who you're friends with as that, because it all boils down to friends and associates. And it sounds like a lot of times with these friends with benefits things, they were never friends. They were associates that went that way, and somehow the conversation started coming up with, oh, let's see how far we can go. So
how long the sex will last?
Well, my last friend with benefits is my wife. So that's just weird.
That's
shout out
awesome.
to Kim.
And that's not weird. It's awesome. It's not weird at all. But you guys were.
No, I thank you for coming through. Thank you for coming through. Do your thing as you normally always do. Shout out to Willie Negro. Always doing what he do. 40%. I'm going to need you to chop and screw this. How you do it. Shout out to little brother Devin Epps for representing on the boards. He did everything right. Hope this episode comes out tomorrow. So, correctly, but it will. It'll be here tomorrow, 12 noon. YouTube, Oshins'View, best podcast in the world. See you later.